morning, Montego Bay High School. How are you this morning? Thank you, Principal Redway, your staff, and you beautiful students for welcoming me here this morning. My name is Dr. Arusha, Campbell-Chambers. I'm a dermatologist, so that's a doctor that specializes in treating diseases of the skin, hair, and nails. And I'm from Dermatology Solutions, Skin, Body, and Mind Clinic and Institute. And we're right here in Montego Bay, upstairs the Sagicor Commercial Center on Howard Cook Boulevard. It is a pleasure to speak to you on a topic that we're so very passionate about. Loving the skin you're in. We're launching a campaign and we're going to schools in Montego Bay, one a month, and we're starting it this morning right here. I think that deserves a chair. As you know, it's Black History Month. It's the month of Valentine's Day where we give extra love. And we need to start with loving ourselves first, and God of course, right? So that we can love others. Now, I was so pleased to hear that scripture verse from Psalm 139:14 mentioned, I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Awesome. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. We need to get up every morning, look ourselves in the mirror and say, I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Right? And in Ecclesiastes 3:11, it also says that he has made everything beautiful in his time. That's everything, everybody. No matter your complexion, no matter your race, your ethnicity, we have all been created beautiful, right? And not only that, God numbers the hairs on your head. Isn't that amazing, right? And we hear of that in Matthew 10:30. So, can anybody make a wild guess as to what is the largest organ in your body? Skin. Principal, these are some bright girls you have here. The skin is the largest organ of your body, right? Can anybody raise your hand and just let me know some of the functions of the skin? I'm sure you're aware of why we need our skin. Raise a hand.
One function of the skin is to protect our organs from any germs or bacteria.
Precisely. So it protects us from infection. Anybody else? I see that hand. Come quickly. So it protects us. It keeps everything inside. It protects us from the environment. To feel. Yes, to feel. So it helps us to detect sensation. That's very important. In addition to that, it also helps us to balance fluid, and it helps us to balance our temperature as well. So when we get too cold, it makes sure that we keep warm, and when it's too warm, it makes sure that we get cool, right? It also helps us to absorb vitamin D, right? To make vitamin D from sunlight. And it's also an important part of our physical appearance. So the skin is pretty important, won't you agree? And since you've been fearfully and wonderfully made, won't it be good to take care of our skin? Awesome, I think that is so. Now, I had a presentation here and I just want to get to it for you. Okay, in the meantime, I really just want to reiterate that we have a big problem in our country with skin bleaching, right? Can anybody tell me what is the name of the pigment in your skin that gives you skin? Bright girls, melanin, right? And okay, settle down. And ladies, if you were not aware before, guess what that is? That is an asset. That is an advantage. It's as though we have tiny little umbrellas in our skin protecting the damaging effects of the sun. So, and the darker the skin type, the more the melanin, the more the protection. So that is a blessing, right? That is something to be celebrated. That is something to feel proud of. So, ladies, young ladies, does it make sense for us to remove this natural protection? No, it doesn't, okay? Because the sun, even though we need it to produce vitamin D, if we get too much sunlight, we can get sunburn, we can get skin cancer and accelerated aging as well. In addition to that, a lot of the bleaching creams that people use, they may be pleased with it for a while, but then it can produce a lot of disastrous effects. And we see this almost every day, unfortunately, when we treat the skin. And unfortunately, people come to us when oftentimes a lot of damage has been done. And prevention is better than cure. Precisely. So that's why we felt the need to come into schools and really drive home this campaign. And I'll show you some pictures in a moment of some of the dangers that you can have. You can get excessive thinning of the skin. You can get acne. Really, really bad acne, so that's all the bumps. Some people use the cream thinking it's gonna help them, and guess what? They get more bumps and they wonder why they're getting the bumps, and they keep using the cream, and it's a negative cycle. It can cause darkening of the skin, so it can backfire and cause dark blotches that are not very pleasant looking. It can cause stretch marks looking almost zebra-like, so they call it busting up the skin. That's not cool, guys, right? We can prevent that. It can also lead to infections of the skin. It can be absorbed, when you do it from head to toe, absorbed into your internal system. It can cause high blood pressure, diabetes, even weakening of your bones, fractures. It's not worth it. So we're begging you, we're pleading with you, do not follow, companies sometimes, maybe even family members. Don't follow it. Don't follow that trend, right? It's really, it doesn't pay off and it doesn't make sense. God made no mistake with your color, right? You are fearfully and wonderfully made. We're gonna go, as I said, from school to school and spread this message. But guess what? I want each one of you to be a little messenger, spreading the message to those around you to love the skin. Awesome. At this time, I'm going to ask one of my nurses, Nurse Francetta Hunter, to come and share a little poem with you that my mother-in-law so willingly, she's a retired teacher, and she so willingly wrote this poem that is most fitting at this time.
Good morning, Principal, Vice Principal, students, teachers, and other staff. Good morning. I'm going to be reading a little poem that goes a little like this. Love the Skin You're In by Myrna E. Chambers. Love the skin you're in. Respect me and teach me special. I must last you your whole life through. Bleaching me could well be fatal. Love me please where'er my hue. I'm your skin, your largest organ. I help protect you. Do you see me as important? Are you aware of what I do? Care for me, love me dearly, for without me you are nothing. Never speak of me unfairly, love the skin you're in. Have a great day.
Thank you, Nurse Hunter. Okay, so some of this will just be recapped to reinforce the message because you helped me cover this already, right? As you know, the skin has 3 main layers. And we went through the functions of the skin already, right? Very important, we covered them all. Skin bleaching refers to the practice of using chemical substances in an attempt to lighten the tone or provide an even skin complexion by lessening the concentration of melanin, okay? Now we have to get away from this thinking that the fairer the prettier, or the fairer, there's no such thing as high color, okay guys? So please don't let me hear any of you talking about high color, low color, good hair, bad hair. You know, we're all wonderfully made. Every color is beautiful, okay? All right, so as we said, melanin is the main substance that protects our skin and gives it the color. and it protects us from the sunlight, right? And darker skinned individuals, as we said, have more melanin. Now I just wanted to share some of these images with you. Do you see it clearly? These are some of the effects of, you can have sun damage, breakdown of the skin. There was a study done to figure out why some people do it. So different excuses were given, or explanations. Some said to remove facial blemishes. Some said to make their faces cool as a result of peer influences. Some said they just wanted to lighten their complexion. Some felt they were following a popular fad. And some said it makes them feel good. But guess what, ladies? We have to get to a point where you're feeling good in the color that God gave you, because it's beautiful and every shade is beautiful, okay? Now, you can have, this shows some stretch marks. As I said, there can be skin thinning, acne, skin bruising. This isn't very cool, ladies. People can bleach their skin till it breaks down, and you get abscesses and infections, and it can even be life-threatening. Again, you can get darkening of the knuckles, you can get darkening around the eyes, it can make you more at risk of sunburn, as we said. So these are some of the real dangers that we see with bleaching. So what are we gonna do, right? We have to try to spread the message of self-love and to basically stop this harmful practice of bleaching. And I'll just finish off, I'll ask my nurses to come and join me quickly at this time. I told my 9-year-old daughter that we're going to be going in schools and spreading this campaign, Love the Skin You're In. So she's like, Mommy, we need to make it exciting. And she said, we need to do a song. So one Friday evening, it was my 2 daughters and myself, we recorded our song within 5 minutes. And you're gonna help me sing it in a moment, okay? So listen carefully. So you're gonna help me sing that. I think we can handle that. You should love your skin. You should love your skin. You should got the bomb, say no matter.